Our guest right now is Cas Anvar. He played a financial news editor in Shattered Glass. We say that because it's a favorite movie of several people around here. An ancient Greek in Olympus, and now he's a space pilot in the new sci-fi series, The Expanse.
Look out below! Welcome to the rodeo. Ladies and gentlemen, please sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Sarah's station, here we come. Please adjust your tray tables and seat backs into their upright and locked positions.
Shut up. Fly, would you?
You too, boo-boo. How we looking, kids? It's easy as picking exhaust.
That's you and you. What do you think?
I don't know. It's a little intimidating.
Huh?
I've never seen my head that big before. I think it's a little foreboding.
You have the neat hair look now. What about?
I don't know. That was kind of like my shaggy Jerry curl mop top.
Got it. Come on in.
Here we go.
Nice to see you, Cas. How are you? Here, here's Lisa.
Good to see you.
Yeah, I think that's your way of telling me
Hello.
Have a seat.
not to get a big head.
Wow.
No, it's
From all
good.
this attention.
Ah,
Yeah.
Okay. Very quickly about Shattered Glass.
Shattered Glass, yeah.
A little movie about a terrible moment in journalism.
Right.
When the star young reporter
Really
for,
important movie.
Yeah, for the New York Times of all things,
Stephen Glass.
was lying and making up stories.
For the New Republic.
For the New Republic.
Yeah,
I'm
there
sorry,
was
I'm
a New York
confusing
Times
them.
scandal that happened right
yes,
after.
yes,
This
yes.
was for
New Republic, which is even makes it more interesting because it's an intimate group of people there, and how he made up stories, and
27 of them.
people bought them. They were great stories, you know.
No one fact checked.
And now that was how many years ago?
The movie came out about 8 years ago, 7 years ago.
2003, right?
So we are that much later in the world of social media, which hardly existed at that point.
Yeah.
Imagine how much is going on now.
Oh my God. Yeah,
Huh?
that's a scary thought what you just said.
Anybody can put it out there.
Yeah, and there's no reference points. There's no kind of accountability.
And what happens is if somebody puts out a piece of information that's wrong, even though it's wrong, it becomes the story, and people questioning the story, it becomes the issue.
Yeah.
Is this stuff about you out there that you wish you could get?
All that stuff is not true.
Because I went
Don't
to your
listen
pages.
to any of it. Yeah, just talk to me. I'll tell you the truth.
Got it. Got it.
All right, where are you from?
Canada.
Saskatchewan?
Born in Saskatchewan.
Did you lose the accent?
And I don't know what the accent is in Saskatchewan, actually. I left there because of the cold and went to Montreal when I was a toddler.
Very few people go to Montreal for warmth.
Yeah, right? But it's warmer in Saskatchewan.
Okay.
And like 7 different languages? I mean,
I know a bunch of languages. Yeah, French is my second language, and then I speak Farsi, and then for work I've learned Arabic and Indian and Hindi and Italian and Spanish and
you
a little
can play
Arabic.
it all. You can do it all.
Well, is there a tendency to want to cast you ethnically, and do you try to fight that?
I mean, I'm lucky because I'm Canadian born, so I don't have the accent, and so I can play anything. I'm ethnically, they can't quite place me where I come from, so I've had the privilege of playing all different ethnicities, and because I'm very basically assimilated, I play a lot of non-ethnic roles.
It's called acting.
It's called acting.
Yeah.
The Shattered Glass thing actually had a whole mini scandal around it in the sense that I wrote an article to Iranian.com because the character I played was an Iranian-British journalist, Kambiz Farahar, and the actual guy, Kambiz, didn't know that I was part Persian, and wrote an article about why can't Iranian actors play Iranian characters, and I wrote back, I said,
You did.
For a guy who's supposed to be famous for catching Stephen Glass,
Yeah.
you didn't check your facts.
Wow.
And he was really embarrassed about that whole thing.
And now you're best friends.
And now we're best friends. And I
Okay.
said, like, I'm an actor. I'm not a culture. I'm not an ethnicity. I play the role as I'm.
Well, there's a whole lot of sensitivity if people should be what they play, only because the roles they play leave out the people who are that way. It could be people who have health conditions, who are paraplegic, et cetera.
Absolutely.
Sexuality.
Sexuality, et cetera. Okay.
So Expanse, we've watched it. We had Shirai on earlier, this is
my new best friend, Shoreh Aghdashloo.
Oh gosh, so that voice and everything. This looks, every episode is like a movie, and I read it's what, $5-6 million per episode. It is like making a movie.
Yeah, it is. Everything
show.
looks like a little Ridley Scott film. The 10 episodes are epic. They call it a space opera. is what the genre is called. It's something where it's not standalone. It's a huge serialized story, and it's hard to just jump in the middle. You have to watch it from the beginning to the end because there's so much story and so much information there. Working with an incredible cast with Thomas Jane and Shurel Aghdashloo, Stephen Strait, and even our guest stars are amazing, like Jonathan Banks and the gentleman who played Moriarty on the Sherlock Holmes movie with Robert Downey Jr. Is one of our guest stars, and yeah, I mean and then we've got the producer and director from Breaking Bad,
which is pretty good stuff. Now I have to ask you, we talk about social media.
Yes.
Tonight it airs at 10 o'clock, but starting at 7, which would match the East Coast run,
That's
I
right.
guess. You're going to be tweeting?
I will be. Yeah, I love live tweeting with the fans because sci-fi fans are a completely different genre of people. So I will be on social media, live tweeting with the fans. Why? Because I've seen the show already and I've got a copy of it, which I'll watch with the New York people. And we'll be tweeting as the show goes along, commenting, cracking jokes.
I'm getting clarification. If you're watching on DirecTV, you actually get the first feed at 7 o'clock.
Yes, you can do that.
The Sci-Fi channel, it's at 10 o'clock.
That's
You'll
right.
be tweeting through all of it.
Yeah, I'll be doing it. Me and a bunch of the cast and crew. We've got Naren Shankar, our showrunner and executive producer.
Do you
our
type
writers.
fast? Can you keep up?
I've got pretty good thumbs on my phone. Yeah,
it's hard. It's getting
it is
used to
hard.
all of that.
No, what
right?
happens is you
you know
get
what?
the first 7 or 8 quick, and then suddenly you're 25
But
behind.
you know what I discovered?
What?
Voice to text. You just hit the microphone and you just talk, and
if you
it
don't-
creates your text.
If you don't
Does it
check
slow it
though,
down?
you get like
You
bad
get some pretty embarrassing little mishaps. You have to make sure you double check it. Yeah.
Okay.
Some
All right.
typos are embarrassing.
I want to thrill you. It comes out, I want to kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to be careful.
Yeah,
The
you got-
Expanse airs tonight, 10 o'clock on
10
Sci-Fi.
p.m.
7 o'clock, the cast will tweet, as we mentioned, the hashtag The Expanse.
Expanse.
The Expanse.
Great to see you. Thank you for
My
coming.
pleasure.
Nice to meet you.
See you